Happy weekend, everybody. It's Saturday racing and we're going to Turffontein Racecourse. We trust you, of course, are all very well. We look forward to a very good weekend's racing, with us being a Turffontein Saturday, and then, of course, we're going out KwaZulu-Natal way on Sunday. I'll, of course, start just as a reminder for our social media guys with our Twitter handle that we're at Weighted to Win. That's the signature that you need to use just to join us on the Twitter account. And there's the WhatsApp number for you to join us. We'd love for you to do so on 0691643272. Just send your name and email address and be part of the family. And we have also on YouTube nowadays as well, also 4racing.tv, one of those platforms, and you can get access to the show as close to race time as possible. Of course, it's a sad note in terms of Her Majesty the Queen. The Weighted to Win team expresses its deepest sympathy to the royal family. There was an extraordinary woman who had such a major role to play in horse racing, and absolutely, we do, of course, express our deepest sympathy to all concerned. Also on the note, Paul Peter handing in his trainer's license. We wish him well and congratulate him on his great achievement throughout his career. And, of course, we as the Weighted to Win team wish him well with his future endeavours. Now let's back some winners. First race on the card, we'll go to Darren Burrows and talk about this maiden class field. Darren, I did have the opportunity, of course, of talking to Johan Janssen van Vieren just to get an idea. And he, of course, has got the two first-timers in here. He's got both Foster Novo and he's got Once in a Lifetime. And he thought that Foster Novo, he preferred that of the twos, currently at 17-10. So he's got a bit of speed. And the second choice is 3-1 Once in a Lifetime. And then 5-1 and better the other. So it's an opener. It's not part of the exotics or anything, but maybe we can get some money out of the tote.
I thought the horse to beat for Foster Novo. Now, this pedigree, it's a Flower Alley out of Touch of Tuscan. Touch of Tuscan was very fast. I think all her three wins came over 1,000 meters, whereas the stable companion Once in a Lifetime is a Silvana out of a Jetmaster mare who's probably looking for a mile plus. So the money has come for Foster Novo. And that's enough for me because the racehorses aren't strong. So I'm going Foster Novo to open the meeting.
Okay, we'll start with Foster Novo. Let's get the bet up and running, I suppose. Are you in agreement? Anything else in the race that comes to mind, barring the first timers, or is that it?
No, I don't like any of the race runners, Clyde. I think first timers will dominate Sabia. Let's touch on number 7, Rule by Force. Now, Joe Somers got a comment in the front of the computer form. Got a place chance by Pomodoro. Dam placed in Ireland between the distances of 7 furlongs and a mile. So I think add him into your trifectas and quartets. And then Clyde, number 6, Red Emperor. The Dam won over a mile. So I don't know if he's possibly looking for further himself. But I think the betting is the best card. Of the two Johan Janssen van Vieren horses, obviously he said the right one is number 5, Foster Novo. So take a chance, bank him in your trifectas and quartets, include the likes of numbers 6 and 7.
Okay, let's get our bets up. Race 1. You heard from the boys what they think. The first time they're going to win it, and it's Foster Novo. There, Darren Burrows already sticking his head out and neck out. He's saying that with the money coming for it and the confirmation from the Johan Janssen van Vieren stable, that's got speed and prefers it of the two, that perhaps that's the one we go with. Let's get on to the second race now. It's a race over 1,200 metres. Market had on Friday had this horse Maggie Smith as favourite at 16-10, top of the boards. Tried and True, the second choice at 33-10. Joined with Madame Vicky, whom I like quite a bit. Alec Laird stable's been in good form, Darren. And I noticed the form not too bad. I just picked up that horse from the Jinquin form line that come to win. There was Queen of Smoke. So Madame Vicky wasn't too far behind. And we also had Countess Danza, who ran far back but came out to run second. So that's holding up well. You give it a chance, Madame Vicky?
Not for me, Clyde. Last time out, I labelled this filly. She was very one-paced. I think she's looking for ground. I thought 14 a mile. She'll get into the race. I'm very strong on Maggie Smith, the Paul Peter runner. That second behind Harley's Fate, she was flying up. There was a race review. She got interfered with late. I think she's going to love the step up to 1,200 meters. And I'm very confident about Maggie Smith getting it right. For second, horses like Tried and True and Madame Vicky.
Okay, let me bring Daryl Marie in here and talk about what you like. You also like the favourite, or you on something else?
Clyde, obviously, Maggie Smith has to be respected. I mean, that was a very decent debut. Herself and the winner were both first-timers on that occasion, right. And they pulled well clear of the race runners. The third, the fourth, and the fifth all had racing experience under their belt, and the manner in which she was finishing a race off suggests she's going to appreciate the extra. Let's just hope she's able to show a bit more pace, because on the inside track you don't want to be turning for home in the back half of the field. Madam Vicky, very disappointing last time out, Clyde. But if you go back to that day at the Vol, everything up the straight, drawn towards the outside, had no chance.
Okay.
The going on the outside was dead on that occasion.
Right.
So I do believe she's better than that effort. Okay. And like you touch on the Alec-led stable, Clyde, I mean, they lost 15 runners. How many winners? Do you know?
I don't, but I know they've had
Seven.
a few. Seven.
7 out of their last 15.
Wow. That's
so they're
excellent.
flying at the moment.
Okay, so that's a 50% strike rate almost, win strike rate.
And you know, she has been fancied on a few occasions. Okay. She obviously has ability.
But Darren's worried she needs further.
She's got early toe. If she bounces and gets to the front, Maggie Smith is going to have her work cut out to run her down in the straight.
You've got to listen, if you're not bouncing, can I tell you something about this fast track? I don't know how much water we've had in the last, with irrigation, but let me tell you about this turffontein track at the moment. It's lightning fast. If you slow out of the gate, you're gone. You can't win.
Or even if you have to...
If you're not in the first 3 or 4 turning for home, you're gone.
If you have to
not everybody can be in the first 3 or 4, and you're gone. It's the way the track plays this time of the year. It's nobody's fault. There's nothing you can really do about that. But jockeys alert. Let's put up our bipods now for the start of the second race, and we're going 5 and 6 in the first leg of the bipod, by 8 and 9, by 2 and 3, by 1, 3, 6, by 2 and 3, by banker 2. It's a 240 Rand bipod. We're on to the third race now. This is a maiden plate, and it's run over the 1,600 metres. It is the tab Telebet 0861 000 822. You got that option, or you got the QR code option, as to whatever ultimately suits your needs. We'll have a look at the market for this now. Place accumulators, where we've got Stepping Out, who's current favourite from the David Nevenazen stable. They priced that up at 17 to 10. Number 9 on the card, Promontory, Paul Peters runner, is at 3 to 1 second choice. And number 8, Bronze Sword, is at 7 to 2. 7 to 1 about number 5, Mr. Bodocious. And then there's a first timer in there who's priced up at 14 from a Robbie Sage stable called Tamarisk Tree. Darren, help me in this race. PAs, what do we need?
I thought you need numbers 4, 8, and 9 for your shortlist, but I have opted to bank a Bronze Sword in the PA. Now, that was a fair debut behind Now I Got You. I mean, that also had grade 1 form. This horse, I think that they rate him quite highly, if I saw the comments previous to his debut performance, and I think he's going to come on a lot from that run. A reason I'm favouring Bronze Sword over horses like Stepping Out. Stepping Out is by VAR, and the final 200 metres of his last 2 starts, he found nothing in the closing stages. I thought a drop back to 1,400 metres would suit a horse like that. And then Promontory, a good third behind Kentallen Bay, who came out to win again. He should be right there too.
Okay, we'll put that into the play. Daryl, let me bring you in. Your take?
I actually like the look of number 9 over here, Promontory.
Okay.
I thought he did improve in his second start. Clyde, obviously, he's a son by Silvana out of a Rock of Gibraltar mare. He's only going to improve with time in racing. But in his later start, he only got into that race very, very late, and he was doing his best work in the latter stages. I'm hoping he can push forward from a wideish draw and get into the race early. Because if he's on his bicycle early, I think he could win, Clyde, in his third start. He's obviously improving, lightly raced. So yes, he's going to be my first pick. Bronze Sword, I thought he was a little bit one-paced on debut. He didn't quite quicken. He plodded on a quick inside track. I've got my reservations, but I'm not saying he can't win. In time to come, he may prove to be the best horse in the race. But for me, I think he needs another run under his belt. Stepping Out, computer form doesn't state that he got checked in his later start.
Okay.
He was absolutely cruising beyond the leaders on that occasion. Just couldn't get around going through the 400. And other horses got clear running on his outside, and that was his race done and dusted. So he is better than his later starts. So yeah, you have to throw him into all bets.
And Post Warrior come out there and run. I see the 4th horse come.
That's right, a runaway winner.
A runaway winner. That horse Kentallen Bay is a very good horse, of Corne Spies.
Why are you bringing up sore points now, Clark?
No, I'm just saying that rerun in particular, I mean, that last start with this horse in the race, I think it's got to have a serious chance on the basis of running close. Promontory, running that close to Kentillen Bay.
So you're giving me the green light here, or what?
I don't know about that, but I'm just saying I think the Kentillen Bay is a horse for the future.
Okay. Well, maybe Promontory is too.
Well, okay, let's see. Get PAs on. Here we go. Place accumulators. We're going Darren's PA. Darren, you're on bronze sword side. Correct? You're taking straight lines again, Darren.
If we do catch it, we're going to be in the pound seats. So it's 8 by 2 by 1, and then 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 in the last 4 legs.
Pick 6 time, race number 4 on the card over 1450 metres. I did speak to Johan Janssen van Vieren when we did the show on Friday, and he said the Homely Girl's in a very good space at the moment, and so he's quite confident about its chances. Keegan de Mello's riding that, priced up at 22 to 10. Freed from Desires, the second choice at 3 to 1. And then you've got Supreme Quest, Corne Spies' runner, a decent sort 2, who's at 33 to 10. Darren, give us an idea. First leg of the pick 6, just how many do we need to ensure that we survive?
I thought between numbers 2 and 3, Homely Girl and Supreme Quest. Now, Homely Girl really showed nice improvement with the blinkers fitted last time out. She is grade 1 placed in the past, so she got a lot of ability, consistent form before her last victory. She does return after a break, but the stable's expecting a decent run. So Homely Girl and Supreme Quest, she's a very good filly on her day. She has some decent grade 1 form behind her name as well, and she could be more racing fit than Homely Girl. So 2 and 3 for me.
All right, those 2 for Darren. Daryl?
No, only the 3 for me, Clyde.
Supreme Quest.
I'm
You're big on that, are you?
I'm taking on Homely Girl.
Okay.
People are going to say, why, though? Because Homely Girl holds her on the Tibucino run.
All right.
A length and a quarter.
Yeah.
Clyde, but she's like Darren touched on. She's got the racing fitness on her side.
Yeah.
So I'm going with her. You know, very unlucky in her penultimate start. You can just put a line through that. Last time out, she got done at the start, Clyde. She was turning into the straights on that fast inside track. Last. Go watch the replay. In the latter stages, she was staying on extremely well. I think the 1450 is going to be ideal for her. I just hope she bounces and breaks well and she gets up handy, because in that case, she's going to get first run on Homely Girl. And with fitness on her side, I do believe she's going to reverse that form of the Tibucino race. So for me, I'm taking a chance in the first leg of the pick 6. I'm banking number 3, Supreme Quest, and she's my best bets on the card.
Okay, best bet on the card starts early for Daryl, Supreme Quest. Let's put our pick 6s up there now from weighted to wins perspective, and it's Daryl's turn now to take us through the pick 6.
Yes, Clyde, 2 bankers comes up in the first leg. We've already touched on Supreme Quest, and in the fourth leg, I'm banking number 2, Glittering Girl. Obviously, she ran second in the grade 1, Ellen Robinson, in her second start. So thereafter, we played fairly wide. 810 Rand will cost you for a full perm.
1450 metres, and here's some horses that are lining up, some decent horses too. Naturally, we got, don't forget, the Top Bet Spring Challenge coming up that some of these will be aimed for. And of course, don't forget the On a Mission Mile that comes the beginning of November. If you're going to Turffontein from a weighted to win perspective, where the Furious Room's just opened. So go back, have a look there. They've got special promotions and all of that sort of stuff going on. So please be sure to go and join the racing team over there. And Furious Room's open again. You'll go and enjoy the vibe. Sound of Summer's favourite here at 5 to 2. Number 1, William Robertson, is at 28 to 10 as the second choice. 3, Bingwa's at 15 to 2, and Porto Manzano is trading at around 8 or 9 to 1. I spoke to Johan, as you guys know, and he said they're fit enough, both Bingwa and Porto Manzano, and they're also in a good space. So make sure you have respect for those. But Darren, I'm going to be on your side. We've had a chat. I'm also in the William Robertson corner, and I think it's very hard to beat here.
Clyde, I think class will prevail here. I know he's got the 62 kilos to shoulder, but what a run last time out. He matched Captain's Ransom all the way to the line. He's really come on in leaps and bounds in his last 5 starts. With 62 kilos, I know Sound of Summer 6 kilos better off with him for a 3.5 length beating on Sound of Summer's penultimate start. But William Robertson has improved from strength to strength, and I think he'll go very close. Dangers, Bingwa, Captain Lannister, and Sound of Summer.
Okay, there are dangers, no doubt. William Robertson had a cracking run up against the champion herself, Captain's Ransom. And I mean, based on that performance, You've got to have the utmost respect for William Robertson, yeah.
I do. But Claude, he's not going to be readied up for this comeback slot. So it's also a prep run for him.
I think Cornet gets them ready. I think Cornet doesn't, not that in that play game, not the
They're
right
all
word.
going to be ready.
Not play games.
To run a fair
Cornet,
race.
I think Cornet, he runs them on 90 to 100% fit.
Okay.
That's my view.
Well, he did pick up an 8-pound penalty for running in the Mercury. He's got a lot of weight to give away.
A lot of weight to carry. Not easy, that's the worry.
If he does win, I mean, it's going to be a cracking effort on his behalf. Puerto Manzano, now Claude, just put a line through his July run. Himself and Asterix, I don't know what they were doing up front, but he's a class act, Claude. He loves the inside track.
Yeah.
Races well fresh. No shock to see him make a winning comeback.
Sure.
Bingwa, I mean, he's run MK's Pride very close up on this inside track over 1400. Who's basically the best 7 furlong horse on the Highveld is MK's Pride. So how are you ignoring his chances? And on the line through Sovereign Spirit, he may hold Sound of Summer. So I make this a little bit more wide open than what yourself and Darren do.
Okay. All right, well, let's work it out. It's a jackpot. This is the jackpot that we're going to put up for you. Daryl's a little worried, so he's made us put more horses. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 here, by 2, 3, 6, by 1 and 2, by 1, 2, 3, 8, 9. Get your camera out on your phone. Please hold it up to that code. It'll take you straight to the URL if you need to make an adjustment or adjustment to the price. It's fairly straightforward once you've registered and the most convenient way to bet. We're on to race number 6 over 1450 meters, and I spoke to Johan Janssen van Vieren about Tuscan Winter and said, listen, this horse is enjoying life at the moment, priced up at 17 to 10, not worried about the 1450s. Humble View tried it a few times and that the 1450 should be fine for Tuscan Winter. Admiral Dooley's the second choice at 28 to 10. 6 another level was at 11 to 2 when we did the show on Friday, and number 1 Back to Black was joined 6 to 1 with the 8 Coming in Hot. You like Tuscan Winter, Darren?
I like him a lot. He's found his best form of late. He always runs a little indifferent race every now and then, but he's back on track with the 2 victories in his last 2 starts. And his rating is at a very competitive mark still. He could be well ahead of the handicapper. The 1450 should suit. If you watch the way he races, he drops out of the race early up the straight, and then he flies with a late run. I think he'll get put into the race early over 1450 from a good draw, and he should win. Dangers will come from another level and Admiral Dooley.
Okay, should win Tuscan Winter from Darren. Daryl?
Yeah, Claude, he drops out of contention in the early stages. So on a fast track, that has to be a concern.
No.
Doesn't it concern you?
It does, very, very much so.
Darren says that he may be a little bit handier over the 1450.
Okay.
I
think they have to be.
Well, if they're
we don't
not
know
going
by
to,
now you'll know what the track's playing like if you're watching this on Saturday afternoon. If there are horses winning from the back, then you've got nothing to worry about.
Okay, well, let's see.
We don't know that
Let's see
yet.
how he goes. He's in cracking form, and the trainer's given the green light with regards to his well-being.
What's your first choice, Daryl?
Admiral Dooley is going to run another honest race, Claude. He's really as consistent as they come. Having his peak run now. Loves this inside track. He's very gutsy, only a 2-pound penalty. So he has to be put into orbit. And another level, stand side, 10 furlong, too far for him. He's very lightly raced. I don't think we've seen the best of him yet. So no shock to see him win. I'm going to suggest the 3 as the winner over here, Admiral Dooley.
Okay. Cabello Mazzagnani. Cabello Soft Hands Mazzagnani. Let's put it up. This is what we're doing in this particular race 6. Over the 14, we're taking a second jackpot with 2, 3, and 6 in the first leg, by 1 and 2 in the second leg. Feather Boa. We're adding that in up against Glittering Girl, those 2. Then 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, and 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. This is a plated race. It's a graduation plate. It's over 1,200 meters. And here, in terms of the market, I can tell you that Glittering Girl on Friday was 11 to 10. You think it's going to drift, Darren? I see Feather Boa is 28 to 10, second favorite. Where do you see the market ending up?
No, I think the market's correct at the moment. You know, Glittering Girl won as she liked on debut. And then second, beaten a neck in the Alan Robertson Grade 1. She's got 114 merit rating with 57 kilos. She receives 3 kilos from Feather Boa, who's got a 99 merit rating. So strictly on handicap, Glittering Girl should win quite convincingly. But Feather Boa, she's decent. I think she's going to give Glittering Girl a run for her money, but she has got a bit to do at the weights.
Okay, those are the weights are a worry for Darren in terms of Feather Boa. That's why Glittering Girl. Are you the same?
Yeah, Clyde, at the weights you have to favour Glittering Girl. I mean, 107 compared to Feather Boa's 86. That's 21 pounds, 10.5 kilograms out with Glittering Girl. I'm all in Glittering Girl's camp over here. Feather Boa has to give her 3 kilograms. And, you know, she likes to be given a chance. So she's going to, well, I assume, turn for home behind Glittering Girl and having to give her weight and run her down. I think she's got to work it out. If she wins, she's well above average. But in saying that, Glittering Girl appears to be well above average herself. So I'm hoping that she's returning off it after a layoff.
That rating for let's talk about the rating, since Glittering Girl's so high, inverted commas so high, is purely based on the Alan Robertson, right?
Correct, yeah.
Do you know who the lion horse was in that race as a matter of interest?
No.
Okay, so it's hard to tell. All right, well, we're not going to dissect all of that. But as you say, Ikoria came from there, Amina came from there, that won. Baubles and Beads came out of there to run second. And, of course, Sweet Pepper herself's very, very good who won the race. So I guess if you're not concerned, if you're not of the opinion that perhaps she's overrated, then she's very hard to beat against a horse like this, Feather Boa.
Are you suggesting she's not that rating?
No, I'd like to see her run to that again. I'd like to see another run.
Well, she's not going to run to that now in her first run after a layoff.
No. Yeah, okay. Well, I'd like to see her how she
even
how
if she runs a good 10 pounds below, I still expect her to win though.
Okay, I've got respect for Feather Boa. Let's have a look. We're going to put this up in the race and go with Glittering Girl. Both Darren and Daryl are saying that is the right one. She's weighted to win. Okay, we're going on to the 8th now. Final leg of the jackpot. 5th of July, 5-2. This is one of the tougher races on the card. We thought Romeo's Magic is 15-4, second favourite. And a horse like Great Affair is at 9-2 with the horse from Roy Magna's stable, Conetra, is also at 9-2. Then it's 7-1 and better about the others. Let's chat about the race. Darren, give us some guidance, what you want to do here.
There's a lot of speed in the race. You know, you got Conetra, who likes to blitz up front. Romeo's Magic will be running on, but I have a first choice here at a decent price, King's Crusade. Now, go back 4 runs. His last run on the inside track when he ran down Supreme Dance, who was expected to win that day. It was a very good effort. He's sort of had the 2 comeback runs. He ran 4.5 lengths off Nexus and Battle Force in the KZN Breeders. That was a decent effort. And then his comeback run on the Highveld last time out, not disgraced, beaten 5.5 lengths. I think we're going to see good improvement.
Good improvement from King's Crusade. Darren, that's 7-8-1. Darren Burrows' his first choice. Daryl, Charlie Summers' horse?
Another horse that likes to be given a chance and rattle late. Will he get there in time on a fast track? You have to ask yourself that question. But the fact that there's a lot of pace in the race could play into his hands because the front runners could be coming back to the field later on, Clyde. It's just going to be a question of whether the post comes too soon or not. So, yes, he's got a chance.
May have needed that last run, right?
He's going to strip fitter, yes. Conetra, Clyde, he hasn't run won in 500 odd days, but in his favour, he shows a lot of pace. You'll know your fate very early on because if he's overdoing it, he's going to compound.
Okay.
But let's hope he settles up front and shows that a little bit of a kick in the straight. I certainly throw him into all bets. Romeo's Magic, I don't think the distance suited last time out. And on form lines, he's got a chance. I mean, he's, I think, a kilogram better off with Conetra for a length beating. And there's not much separating himself in 5th of July on the John Milo run. So Romeo's Magic, he also likes to push forward. Marco gets on extremely well with him. Marco's riding very well currently.
He is riding very well.
So if he can push forward from his widest draw and just slot him behind Conetra, I think Romeo's Magic each way could be the better. Yeah,
could be a run-up. Okay, we're not going to leave it out. Romeo's Magic, the Arlington Action flag bearer, come out of there to run second. And Joey Somer's got a brand new set of knees. He had a knee operation, so we wish Joe Somer everything of the best. He had it a month or so ago. Those ops on I'm told, are not easy, but he's popping in and out, and he's been doing his thing, and we wish him all the very best. Will King's Crusade win? Darren Burrow says yes. Well, this is what we're doing in this particular event. He's going to take the 7 or 8 to 1 available about the Joe Soma runner, King's Crusade. We go on to the 9th and final. It's over 1,500 metres. Hope you've had a pleasant day so far at Turffontein Racecourse. Number 1, Call Me Master, and Robbie Sage Muzieni are joint favourites 4 to 1 with the 2, Don't Touch Me, for Paul Peter and Gavin Larena. And number 8, Twice as Wild, for the Grant Maroon stable, who's also at 4 to 1. So it's a 4 to 1 the field, Darren, last leg. Lucky last.
For me, Don't Touch Me. Now, he's a strong front runner. He could put the field on a stretch. And last time out, 1,800 meters, he blitzed along, went too fast up front, and he faded late. The final 200 meters, the field swallowed him up. The drop back to 1,500 is going to suit him down to the ground from a 2 draw, and I think he could go all the way. So Don't Touch Me, my first choice. And then I've got respect for Irrevocable Dream and Call Me Master.
Okay, this will be Paul's last runner as the trainer. And this horse, Don't Touch Me, did run to Dawn of a New Era. I don't know about that form, how solid that form. It's been, at this point in time, fairly mild. What do you make of it?
I don't think there's been any runners, Claude.
There have been a few, Humble Tune, or Blonde Act, and My Master. They haven't really. I expected them to run a bit close, but it doesn't matter. You like it?
Blonde Act ran 4th, I think.
Do you like this favourite, this horse of
yeah,
Paul's?
Darren's touched on all the positives. I mean, the dropping trip, hopefully can settle this time around. But, you know, Irrevocable Dream, last time out, he got things all his way up front, own way.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're going to push forward from that draw and try to get to the front themselves.
Right.
Adopt similar tactics. I don't know if that's the case, they might tend to cut throats up front, Clyde.
Sure.
If you like Irrevocable Dream, Clyde, have a look at number 8, Twice as Wild. 5 kilograms for length and a quarter. So on paper, surely Twice as Wild has to be the right one over Irrevocable Dream. In cahoots, there's a form update. He ran 6 beats and 3.5 lengths by eye and tail. I think he should have run a little bit closer on that occasion. He got taken up and just plodded thereafter. If they go very quick in this last race, Clyde, he could be the one running on and picking up the pieces.
The Irrevocable Dream, Coco Hill came from there.
Yes, that's right.
And so did Player. So that's not bad. So I don't know. Maybe you're speaking us into Twice as Wild now. You're starting to talk us into Twice as Wild.
Aren't you going to be shouting Paul Peter?
Of course. We all want to see Paul go out on a high note. It'll be wonderful. But on the form, I think we're going to back Twice as Wild. We're going to put bets up here, the last now. What are we doing based on that? We're taking exactors, and the exactor play here, we're going with the 2, Don't Touch Me. We're going with the 4, In Cahoots, and we're putting in the 7, Irrevocable Dream. But I think you now have to add, right, don't you, Daryl?
Number 8.
You have to add number 8, Twice as Wild, the likely winner.